welcome to our land-based play program. My name is Nina and the pronouns I use are she and her. For those of you who have met me, hello. For those of you who have not met me yet, hello again. So I'm the coordinator for the 519 Glitterback program. It is a 2S LGBTQ EarlyON mobile program that goes around different EarlyON sites across the city of Toronto. Or you might know me as for Kids Action in Art Space or Youth Action in Art Space. Or you might have seen me kind of walk or kind of help out with the 519 EarlyON programming in-person program or even virtual programming. So today we're going to be learning about water and the importance of water, especially the land that we're on, but also the importance of water to us and what it really means. So before we go through that topic and we discuss and we chat and we sing songs and read a book about water, we are going to do a land acknowledgement. I'm sharing my screen. And for our friends who would like to read along, for our grown-ups who like to read with their children, you are more than welcome to do so. So I would like to thank Toronto Public Library for sharing this wonderful land acknowledgement child-friendly version. It has been very helpful. So read along, friends, if you like. Haudenosaunee and Mississauga and Anishinaabe nations came together with all their relations. Living together, they had a united wish to share the land and waters in peace, like one spoon with one dish. Now many indigenous families, Métis and Inuit too, live here in treaty agreement with me and you. In a spirit of peace, friendship, and mutual respect, we protect each other and the land, which we should never forget. So as I mentioned, very important to honor the land that we're on, but it's also important to know who we're sharing the land with. So I'm going to be sharing another acknowledgement with you all, and this one is called the African Ancestral Acknowledgement. So if you like, let me just zoom in. You could also read along with me. For our grown-ups, you can read this to your child, to your children, and for our children who are just starting to read, you can give it a try together. So we also would like to acknowledge that not all people came to this land as migrants and settlers. Specifically, I wish to acknowledge those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to this land as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. I pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent. Though I, or we, am not a person of African descent, we are committed to continually acting in support of and in solidarity with Black communities seeking freedom and reparative justice in light of history and ongoing legacy of slavery that continues to impact Black communities in Canada. Again, I invite you to join me to hold in that work and hold me accountable to this commitment. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm just going to minimize this. And thank everybody for holding space and reading along and being reflective of learning more about the land and who we share the land with. So as usual, I always like to start off our program with a hello song. So if you like to take out your hands and we can wave them like this. We can wave them to our friends, to our neighbors, to our grown-ups, to our siblings, to whoever you want to say hi to. You can say hi to them. I'm going to say hi to all my friends. Ready? Go something like this. Hello everybody and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello everybody and how are you? How are you today? Come on everybody and clap your hands and clap your hands. Come on everybody and clap your hands today. Come on everybody and say hooray, say hooray, say hooray. Come on everybody and say hooray today. Now I'm going to ask all of our friends, if you want you can get a glass of water and we're going to take a sip of water. Ready? Come on everybody and take a sip and take a sip. Come on everybody and take a sip. Take a sip again. Take a sip today. Good drinking, friends, and good singing along. Do you friends know what water looks like? I know we just had a sip of water, but do we know the different types of water that we see or get to play with? So I'm going to test your memories a little bit. And I'm going to again share my screen. I'm going to play a little bit of a game. It's going to share her screen. And I'm going to test your skills and ask you if that picture is water or is it not water? Let's see. All right. So, is this a type of water? Does it look like water? What do you think this is? So as a matter of fact, it is a big tree. Good job. I'm going to show you another picture. Is this water? Does it look like it's water? Does it look like what we just had a drink of? No, you're right. It is a mountain. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the Rocky Mountains. So, one of the most wonderful things here in Canada, we have the Rocky Mountains. Is this the type of water? Does it look like water? Well, friends, we see some trees on the side, but over here is where we have a river, which is, yes, it's a type of water. This picture is actually a picture of Humber River. So for those of you who are from the West End area of Toronto, Humber River runs along North York, West End, and all the way down to Lake Ontario here in Toronto. Last but not, I think this is the last picture. Now, is this a type of water? What do we see in the picture? See if I can zoom in more. Alright, so yes, it is a type of water. In fact, it is Lake Ontario. So if you said Lake Ontario, great job, friends. How do we know it's Lake Ontario? Lake Ontario, because we see our city skyline. We could see our CN Tower, Rogers Center, and the downtown core. I'm not really sure which part of Center Island this is, but as we all know, City of Toronto is surrounded by Lake Ontario, or just sort of in the downtown core. So now we're able to classify what is water and what is not water. All right, that was the last picture. So we saw a picture of Lake Ontario. We saw a picture of Humber River, a picture of our Rocky Mountain, and a picture of a tree. So great job, friends. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. All right, now that we know what water looks like and what water means to our indigenous community and what water means to us, now let's go ahead and read a book. I have a book for us and it's called Nibi's Water Song. This one is written by Sunshine Tenasco and illustrated by Chief Lady Bird. What do we think is going to happen in this story? Well, let's open up our book and let's see. Nibi's Water Song by Sunshine Tenasco, illustrated by Chief Lady Bird. Slurp. Nibi was a thirsty, thirsty friend. So thirsty, her mouth was clucking. I am thirsty, thirsty, Nibi, and I need water. Nibi ran to her sink and tried to get water, but oh no, there was still no clean water. What should Nibi do? She ran to her neighbor's house. Nope, just brown water there. Ew. Do you think Nibi's feeling happy? No, it looks like Nibi is feeling sad. No problem. Thirsty, thirsty Nibi skipped down the road to the river. Kegons, the fish, jumped and told Nibi, "You can't drink this dirty water." Blah! This water was too sicky too. Uh-oh. No problem. Nibi skipped to the next town, the town with the big shiny houses. She knocked on the biggest shiny door she could find and said, "I am thirsty, thirsty Nibi, and I need water. Do you have water? May I please have some?" The nice lady who lived in the big house with the green roof gave her a teeny tiny plastic bottle of water and shooed her away. Nibi was so thirsty she drank the bottle of water in one big gulp. Burp! Oopsie! Her water was all gone again. No problem. Thirsty, thirsty Nibi went back to the house with the green roof and knocked and knocked and knocked and knocked some more. But nobody opened the door this time. No problem. Thirsty, thirsty Nibi kept knocking on every single door in the town with all the big, shiny houses. Knock, 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 knock. But nobody came out. Nibi made a sign. She danced and sang down every street with her giant sign. I am thirsty. Thirsty Nibi and I need water. And it says water is life. It says woof. Nibi looked under rocks. Nibi looked in swamps. Nibi looked in houses. And Nibi asked all of her friends. They had no water to share with her either. Where is the clean water? But then all of Nibi's friends started singing and dancing with her. She is thirsty, thirsty Nibi, and she needs water. Water is life. I am thirsty. They were so loud that the people in the big shiny houses came out. They listened, and soon they were all singing to Nibi's tune. She is thirsty, thirsty Nibi, and she needs water. See all their neighbors going out with a sign that says water is life. We all need water. And there's our friend Nibi, clean water poster. The more they sang together, the louder they got. The whole town, the big shiny houses, started to sing. She is thirsty, thirsty Nibi, and we want to help her have water. With a lot of hard work, digging and singing, everyone worked together. And finally, thirsty, thirsty Nibi got her clean water. And she shared with all of her friends. And she was happy, happy Nibi. And at the end, it says, let's talk about clean water. So, we live in Canada, a place where people are known to be kind to each other, where people are seen as fair and welcoming. But this place still doesn't treat people equally for some things. Things like having clean water. If you've been running around like Nibi and get thirsty, can you go to your sink and get a glass of water? There are many Indigenous communities in Canada that don't have clean water. That means people, maybe even families who live near you, have brown bath water that causes rashes and drinking water that would make them sick. They have to boil their water before they can use it. Sometimes their water is so bad they have to use bottled water for everything. This needs to change. You can be part of the solution. If you think everyone should have clean tap water, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your teachers, tell everyone, just like Nibi. And the end. And at the end of the book, we have a description of the authors who wrote the book. Sunshine Tenasco and Chief Ladybird. And that, friends, is the story of Nibi's Water Song by Sunshine Tenasco and illustrated by Chief ladybird. What a very insightful story, don't you think? It talks a lot about water, but it also talks about being together and making a change. So that reminds me of this song. So we're going to do a little bit of sign language. And this one, if you've probably heard it, you probably know the sign. But if not, that's okay. We'll learn as we go. So this is the sign for more. This is the sign for together. Put your hands like this. And this is the sign for happy. And your friends are my friends. Oh, and then happy. Did I say happy already? This is the sign for happy. So let's give it a try. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be, because your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. And in fact, that is very, very true. The more that we get together, the more happier we are, because we're part of a community, we're part of our family, and we have a sense of belonging. Oh, sorry, I had to clean my throat a little bit. So, with that said, I also like to sing this song to remind ourselves how much we love ourselves, how much we love expressing ourselves, how much we love being true to ourselves. So if you want, you can shake your hands like this. I'm going to do a skim the rink. Ready? Skim the rink, a dink a ding, skim the rink a do. I love you. Skim the rink a dink a ding, skim the rink a do. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skim the rink a dink a ding, skim the rink a do. I love you. And you too. Good singing, friends. Well, since we're singing a lot, or talking a lot about water, how about we sing some songs about water? So this one has the same tune as our song Bingo, where we clap our hands and we sing a song about a dog named Bingo. But this time we're going to be singing about an ocean who has a turtle. So we're going to be talking about 7 grandfather teachings in the next coming session or videos. But there are animals that represent certain things in the indigenous community, and turtle, as a matter of fact, represents truth. So we encourage you to speak your truth, know the truth. And so we're going to be singing about a turtle that represents truth. So let's give it a try. I'm trying to remember the tune. In the ocean live a turtle and turtle. In the ocean live a turtle, and truth was her name. Oh, T-R-U-T-H, 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 and truth was her name. Oh, and in the ocean lived a turtle, and truth was their name. Oh, T-R-U-T-H, 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 and truth was their name. Oh, this time we don't say the letter T. Ready? In the ocean lived a turtle, and truth was their name. Oh, R-U-T-H, 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 and truth was their name. Oh, now we're not going to say the letter T. or the letter R this time for truth. Ready? In the ocean lived a turtle, and truth was her name. Oh, mm, mm, UTH, mm, mm, UTH, mm, mm, UTH, and truth was their name. Oh, so now we're not saying the letter T, we're not saying the letter R, and we're not saying the letter U. So now we have left with T and H. Ready? In the ocean lived a turtle, and truth was her name. Oh, mm, mm, T-H, mm, mm, T-H, mm, mm, T-H, and truth was her name. Oh. Now what's left? What letter is left from the word truth, from the name truth? So we're not saying the word T, we're not saying the word R, we're not saying the word U anymore, or the letter T. So now that means we're left with the letter H. Ready? In the ocean lived the turtle, and truth was her name. Oh, mm, mm, T, H, 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 and truth was her name. Oh, that was very tricky, wasn't it? Even Nina was making a mistake, but that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, and we correct ourselves, and we learn from it, right? So now that we're not saying T, R, U, T, and H, that means we're not left with any more letters. Ready? In the ocean lived the turtle, and truth was her name. Oh, mm, 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 and truth was her name. Oh, good singing, friends. That was a tricky one because we usually sing that song with a farmer who had a dog named Bingo. But this time we're singing about the ocean who had a turtle named Truth. That's okay. The more we practice, the better we get at it. So another song that I would like for us to sing is about fish. Can you all pretend that we're all fish? We're going to be swimming like a fish in the sea. Ready? Fish are swimming in the sea, splashing and splashing, splashing and splashing. Look and see, look and see. But friends, do you know where I see a lot of fish as well? Humber River. I see big, big fish in Humber River. And sometimes you see them skipping or jumping over the river. I think in the month of April and or October, where you get to see a lot of our big fish skipping over trying to get down to Lake Ontario. So let's see if we can change the word sea and say Humber River. Let's see how that's going to work, but let's give it a try. Fish are swimming in Humber River, splashing and splashing, splashing and splashing. Look and see, look and see. Good singing, friends. Well, we sang about our fish, we sang about our turtle. Now how about we sing about our bear? Let's all pretend that we're rowing our boat and we're going to see a bear down the stream. Or maybe even better, we'll see a bear at Lake Ontario. Ooh, that's pretty scary. But did you know the bear represents brave? So again, at the 7 grandfathers teachings that we're going to be talking about very soon, bear represents brave. So let's sing about our friend Brave while we're rowing down our boat. So you can go along with your adults, your grown-up, your siblings, whoever is around you, and you can pretend that you're rowing with them. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down Lake Ontario. Merrily, 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 life is such a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down Lake Ontario. If you see a big bear, be brave and stand up. That one caught you off guard, didn't it? Let's sing that one more time. Let's row, row, row our boat, and when we see a bear, we're going to be brave and stand up. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down Lake Ontario. Merrily, 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 life is such a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down Lake Ontario. If you see a big bear, be brave and stand up. Did you stand up? Good one, friends. So, now it is time for us to say goodbye and see you very soon. So, in Indigenous language, we say Jimmy Gwetch and Bama P, which means see you soon. So, before we say Jimmy Gwetch and Bama P, stay tuned to our virtual programming that is happening from Tuesday to Saturday starting at 10 a.m. Our schedule is up on our 519 website, on Eventbrite, on our social media. So we have a Facebook group called the 519 EarlyON Child and Family Center. You do have to request to be able to join this group. And we also do have an Instagram account called the 519 EarlyON. Sorry, I had to remember. Too many names in my head. So if you follow us in one of those media section, you'll be able to see updates. You'll be able to see the different types of programs that we are currently running. And if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at glitterbug@the519.org. And we hope that you all stay safe and well, and that we get to see all of you in person again. But for now, Jimmy Gwetch and Bama P. See you soon. We're going to sing our circle time is over. Circle time is over, it's over, it's over. Circle time is over, it's time to say Bama P. Bama P, everyone, see you soon.